I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you.
Hello everyone, my name is Easy and welcome to another episode of Easy Does It, where we review and react to YouTube channels and sometimes do daily vlogs. Now this week we're going to take a look at a commentary channel called ClownfishTV. They usually, they talk about pop culture, games and comics and Japanese anime, cartoons, blah, blah, blah. Just various entertainment stuff. Your two hosts are Neon and Geeky Sparkles. Now, Neon and I don't always see eye to eye on things. He's not a leftist, but he's more liberal. Sometimes we agree on things. Sparks and I usually agree on most things, but because he's liberal, she's a little bit liberal too. Now, Neon's alright, he don't bother me. Well, we could disagree, and we have on Twitter and stuff, and we still get along, we still talk. Sparks and I usually agree on stuff, like I said, but when you're watching the videos, when she's talking, she can sometimes, she's a redhead, so she can get a little passionate about what she's talking. So her voice starts to raise and she gets really excited. She's really ticked off about certain shit. You just tell she gets very emotional sometimes. Anyways, we're gonna watch their latest. I'm just gonna play a little bit of it, give you an idea of what they're like. They usually read like certain news articles and shit that they find, and then they talk about it. So here we go. See what you guys think.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we have some breaking news on the Gina Carano Disney Twitter debacle. Apparently, she's saying that they're now on record for defaming her again. Because,
basically?
Yeah. Yesterday's headline in the, Deadline?
Gina Carano.
Disney said, Gina
from
Carano
the
grotesquely
Mandalorian
trivialized the
series
Holocaust.
on Disney.
That's what Disney said. And she's like, that's not true. This is the second time they've...
Well, isn't that? But then people brought up that too.
There's
said,
a bunch of controversy over
because
her.
every time you don't like a cartoon, or
they're
you
probably
going to
go over it all.
Nazis.
Yeah.
So weren't they trivializing it too? I guarantee a bunch of people.
But yeah, she's suing them now with the help of Elon Musk. He's backing her.
Star Wars movie or whatever.
Because Disney's done some
those people all should be fired too because they're
pretty shady ass shit.
Yeah, and you
hell, they're known. I don't understand why anybody would support them anymore when they're known to hide pedos.
They actually supported what she said.
They literally caught them
each other during World War II,
a pedo ring inside Disney, and they're still there. They still have several more.
Did not like her personally, and they looked for a reason to get rid of her.
And you know what? Frankly, it's because
insane.
she didn't vote the way they wanted, or they thought, or she didn't.
Disney is after your kids.
You're not allowed to question these things. How dare you?
Yep.
And they wanted her gone because she wasn't in the same lane as them.
So let's talk about this before you enter.
So they're going to talk about the double standard. I wonder if they're going to mention
Yeah, this comic book resources just put it up. And
Pedro Pascal's
Blue, I thought maybe they know their time is almost up.
deal where he was posting crap,
Gina Carano says Disney
which was far more offensive, and they didn't do anything to him.
Gina Carano fires back after further
But she
criticism
stated some facts about
Disney.
the Holocaust,
So she just posted like
and
an hour ago
they
as
went
of
after
this
her
video.
like big time.
Disney
Fired
do you
her
wanna
and
read
everything
it, or
else.
should
I can.
Because we need a female voice to read this.
Okay. Disney has confirmed what we have known all along. They will fire if you say anything that they disagree with,
She's
even if
reading
they
one of her
have to
posts.
misrepresent, malign, and mischaracterize you to do it. They are now on record letting everyone who works for them know that Disney will take any chance they get to control what you say, what you think, or they
Well,
will
of
attempt to
course,
destroy
they've
your
been
career.
doing that
Glad
for
we cleared that
years.
up. The First Amendment does not allow Disney to wantonly discriminate, which
Ever
is
since
what
Bob
they have done in
Iger
my
took
case,
over.
and frankly, have now admitted they did.
Feminist
If you ever
prick.
wanted to know what today's Disney values are, they just told you.
Yeah. And look, we have seen this with Disney time and time again. Anybody turns against them, they smear
Feminism
Jay Rizzullo.
is the
was
most
a golden boy
evil
at
cult
Disney for years when the Nelson Peltz
in the world
proxy war
history.
came up. They were smearing him as being some out of touch,
This
Everything
is
about it
the
has
last
been
few
debunked.
years.
Yeah.
It's
Because when
based
we were
on
there
Satanism.
this would not have happened.
And,
like, we were on the media side,
no.
like,
you know,
you all
modern
put on this
feminism
positive
was
face
started
with good things and all that.
by a
It
black
would not
witch.
have happened. I was very.
It was
I mean, I know
it's
what
used
Disney's
to
like.
destroy
I know what they really
the
like,
nuclear
so I'm
family,
not
and it's
surprised,
worked
but when they put out that Mud
in
City
Western
video,
society.
I was really shocked because that was not what would normally be.
Feminism
something
is
that would be allowed
satanic.
To go out there. That would be brand damaging, image ruining. So yeah, what she's saying is true.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, we've seen this time and time again. Look at what they did to poor Sandy Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
They destroyed her. They destroyed her life. You know, just because she called attention.
They
to
do
some
it all
numbers.
the
She's like,
time.
"Hey guys, this isn't kosher."
Nobody says anything.
That's not what a normal company does.
Doing something they shouldn't be doing would do. They'd be like, "Oh, I'm so glad you caught that. That's a big problem."
Hey,
I've
Mr.
seen the
Waters,
thing where
look what I found.
I know.
Oh no. Oh,
they wanted
yeah, pretty much. You're the
to
villain.
take
It's like,
'em-
I'm sorry.
I forget they-
Disney have become.
I forget who it was, but they said something, they wanted to take this woman
course correct their content or whatever.
and put her in a
This
room with a
is
bunch
who
of
they are now. This is who they are.
leftist
Go back
people
to
that work for
to
Disney
the post. What's
and
interesting
tell her
yesterday
how she needs
was
to
the
act
double
and
standard.
be like.
Okay.
And
so
she gave him the finger and
Gina
said, F
was
you.
putting things that leaned more right in her opinions.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal.
Oh, there's
was
one
the
of 'em.
opposite. Now they were supposed to be friends for years.
Pedro
apparently.
They still
Pascal.
are. She said recently. She said they still talk.
Well, he goes the other way.
Yeah.
He goes to the left the other way. And he put up 2 posts, and I forgot about this one. This wasn't the one I mentioned, but there's this one he put up and he got deleted. He did the losers in 1865, losers in 1945, losers
Yep.
in 2020 with the MAGA hat, comparing
Mm.
what it seems to be comparing Trump
Seems.
supporters.
Seems.
I know, I have to put that seems in there.
Allegedly.
To Nazis and Confederates. And if you go
Yep.
back to the other post that he put up, Germany in 1944, America in 2018. I want to point out that.
Yeah, that's Obama.
But anyway.
That wasn't Trump. Nice try,
so he put this
Pedro.
up too. And this is America.
I
And
can't
he knows
stand that
though.
fucker
He's
anyway.
comparing 2018
This shitty
and
actor.
what's going on with the border issues, a political issue, to the Holocaust in Germany. And he did
But
that,
he's
and that was
Disney's
fine.
butt boy
And
right
he's
now.
comparing Trump supporters to Nazis and Confederates. It's
He's
fine.
their little
But
bitch.
Gina Carano is saying, hey, you know, it's polarizing. Neighbors turn against each
I
other.
wanna bam with your girlfriend, roll with your boo. I wanna bam with your girlfriend, roll with your boo. I wanna bam with your girlfriend, roll with your boo. I wanna bam with your girlfriend.
And it's kind of the same thing that's happening here.
Yeah.
politically, and it's
She just said that
that's grounds
you know,
for firing because
neighbors would
anti-Semitism.
turn on each other, and that's
So
true.
She can't say anything like
That
that. Making
happened.
a political statement, but Pedro Pascal
It's been
can
happening
put,
over here.
Nazi prisoners up.
It happens in the
and
UK,
compare it to politics in
Australia.
and
That
was
shit
okay.
happens.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, that's the problem.
'Cause
the
it
double
was-
standard is the problem.
It was a double standard. He was on the other side of it.
They wanna
And
let
they
the
agreed with
government,
him. So
hey,
because they
we're-
agreed with him, it was totally fine.
We're not
And
against
even
you, we're
within
with
Disney, we've seen
you.
this before, like,
So
I
they
think
turn
there's
on their
different
neighbors.
arms in Disney that have a different tolerance for right-wingers. Obviously, Pixar and Lucasfilm, there's like zero tolerance for anybody on the right. And even what Gina Carano said wasn't that bad.
It was historically accurate.
Yeah, and but then we have like Disney proper, where Tim Allen, who is an open Trump supporter, is still getting series, but he wasn't allowed to come back even for a cameo, even for a damn.
Yeah, they
cameo
came after
on Lightyear,
Tim
right?
Allen
There's a
too.
difference though too, because that was Pixar, and Pixar can be bad, but Lucasfilm's far worse.
Oh yeah.
There's clearly agenda at Lucasfilm.
Well, it's just Disney,
the
period.
books and everything prove that.
It's everything
We have the
involved
writers
with
group,
Disney.
That story group that proved that. There's been an agenda.
Marvel,
I
Star Wars,
believe, I have to admit
Pixar.
This is my opinion. I honestly do feel that there was a concerted effort from Lucasfilm employees to cause as much damage as possible. I also think that
I haven't
there's,
liked
a
the
lot of people
Disney
yelling about
cartoon
pronouns about bio. Also, don't have pronouns
for
in their bio,
years and years.
because there was a double standard, and they also came to the defense of certain people like Christina Ariel.
I can't
And,
stand all the
Moses
remakes
stuff.
and
Moses Singer didn't
the
do anything.
reboots
Christina
and
Ariel
the-
did.
Yeah, most
all them stupid live action movies.
Yeah.
They're dumb.
Christina Ariel was making
Every
comments
single
that
one
was
of
kind
them.
Was
Yeah.
kind of
Just
racy.
Yeah.
Can't
racisty,
stand Disney.
Racisty.
Racisty, and they defended her.
They're so
And Gina Carano was
racist.
getting attacked over and over about not putting pronouns in her bio because she didn't feel it.
And
she didn't
they
feel comfortable
put
doing
that
so, but she
feminism
protected
crap
and supported those who
and
wanted
that
to.
alphabet
And
community
they still
crap
went out of their way
in all their
to-
fucking
Now,
movies
I will
anymore.
say,
It's
I
just
don't always agree with everything Gina Carano
ridiculous.
says. I do like her. I think she would. The Rangers of the New Republic would have been amazing, and I would have loved to have
Keep
seen
that shit
And I
out of
loved
the
her as Cara
movies.
Dune because she was a strong female character
And
done correctly.
stay away from the
But
kids.
I think sometimes you should stop
Protect the
tweeting. And
kids.
Pedro Pascal was on Instagram mostly, but I think he took those down. But he took them down and still wasn't fired. She could have taken it down, that should have ended it, but she still got fired.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like anytime, if you have
She
a
did.
policy, it's like, hey, don't get overly political. If that is your company policy, while you're working for us, just could you please, for the sake of the show, not get too political?
But it has to be evenly
It
enforced.
has to be evenly enforced. That's kind of like right now. There's a thing going on with C2E2 where certain YouTubers and Comicsgate people or whatever apparently are not allowed to table at C2E2, and they're claiming that because of their online behavior. But then they have people from Marvel who are literally threatening people with violence on a live stream, and they're totally allowed to table because of
well,
politics.
that C2E2. Everybody go ask them.
Yeah, right? Because their politics on the right side. And somebody tried to call me out because I call attention to it. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is very uneven. It's either you're not allowed to go because they think
What
you're...
did they say to you?
No, it wasn't C2E2. It was somebody else was like, well, you're complaining about the cancel pigs, but you're acting like a cancel pig. I'm like, no, I'm asking for things to be evenly enforced.
Right, that's the difference. I'm not
Evenly
saying
enforced.
that he should be
That's
removed.
it,
What I'm saying is if you're removing people for this behavior and this person's exhibiting, but this other group isn't exhibiting that behavior, and this person's openly exhibiting the same behavior you're accusing them of doing, then you need to evenly enforce it. That's what we're saying. Like they keep saying, oh, you're just mad because Trump. It's like, we're not even Republican, you dumbass.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
That's just the left for you.
Their right to say it.
They cheer when it's for their side, but then
Not say it and they're gonna get fired.
they don't want to be held accountable and shit for them actually doing it. And they, the supposed Trump supporters aren't doing it. They're doing it.
They're doing the exact same thing that you're accusing this person of, but only one of them gets fired.
Yes.
And the other one gets a new deal for a Marvel film.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's got to be evenly enforced because it shows political bias. If you're saying you're getting too political and you're alienating our audience, potential audience, because you're too political, that's fair as employers say, could you just knock off the political?
And then they're going about First Amendment rights. So what about her First Amendment rights?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah, Disney ignores
everybody else's First Amendment rights. Disney.
this. It's not just Disney. It's the left, the Democrats.
An individual.
Well, her
whatever.
She's being defamed.
They ignore
She's trivializing the Holocaust, and it's like she's
the Constitution. They claim the other side's doing it, but no, it's them who's doing
So
it.
don't start hating people. 'cause
They're
they
breaking the
disagree with
law.
you. And that was a very valid point.
Especially
The
with
other
all these
actor that was
Democratic
made
judges.
similar. I just thought
They're
that
breaking the
was
law,
similar.
and they
It was pretty much the
constantly
same
do it.
thing being shared by people I know are
And the
very far left.
Republicans don't do
Yeah,
anything
that's
about
very
it.
ironic. Now, people mention that Disney's probably trying to get it dismissed because they're afraid of Discovery, and I 100%
The left
agree with them.
ignore the
Because if it goes to
Constitution.
Discovery, then they're gonna have to turn over emails, correspondences, all that crap. So they have the video of her being at these meetings where they have to turn all that over, and they do not want that because I think it's going to come out that it was a concerted effort by certain people.
So this is a much bigger issue, and I think what is, the reason they're trying so hard to shake this one is because Elon Musk is involved.
Well, that's probably part of it, yeah.
Elon Musk, who famously told Bob Iger to go fuck himself, right? Elon Musk is now willing to bankroll lawsuits where people were fired over tweets, and hers is like the highest profile case I can think of.
He's like,
personally bankrolling it.
I got money, dude. You ain't fucking pressuring me.
Disney, and
go
fuck
fuck
to the richest
yourself.
man in the world. Like he's not gonna be bought off. Like
no, he said that you're gonna try to blackmail me about money.
Yeah, like I got more money in like my pinky than your whole freaking organization.
What's interesting about this Twitter thing was back when it happened, it was the end of November of last year, and it was during this event. And basically, what was going on was it was after Elon Musk had retweeted somebody, and he admitted that he shouldn't have. What he said wasn't what he meant, but he shouldn't have said it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so all these advertisers were threatening to boycott Twitter. We're going to boycott Twitter. And since your advertising is going down, you need us here and everything else, we're going to boycott it. And Disney was one of them. Yep. And he was like, well, I don't agree with his statement on whatever. But I don't agree with a lot of Bob Iger's statements, but that's another story. And they were going to boycott. But they didn't, except for their Disney parks. Twitter was not on there since November 30th until yesterday to promote Tiana's Bayou Adventure, their new Imagineering show, and the restaurants coming to downtown Disney and Disneyland. Other than that, they hadn't posted anything since the end of November last year. However, all their other accounts, their Disney account, Disney Plus, Marvel, Star Wars, I think Disney Shop Disney, all of them have been on Twitter this entire time, and they all have gold checks.
Yes, you have to pay for those.
They're paying for it the
you
entire
have to pay
time.
for those.
And they're running ads. Because we saw ads for them, vote the white paper, guys, vote the white paper.
Yes.
They're running ads. So the whole time they're yelling about this, they're still paying Elon Musk and X.
So they want, they're
Now,
trashing Elon, but then they're paying him.
Elon
That's so dumb.
What?
Oh, boo-hoo.
Just,
But they're like, he pops on once every 6 months.
Disney is horrible.
Political, and then he disappears.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But political to the left.
Oh,
yes. And
anyways, that's enough. Check them out if you want. They're okay. They sometimes do go on and on and on with their little rants sometimes. But they do bring a little bit of news of what's going on in the entertainment world. A lot of times they're really stuck on Disney. You'll see tons of videos where they do not like Disney. They're all the time on Disney's ass. But anyways, check them out if you want. That's all I got for you this week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.